Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. And again, we do have a special guest in this particular video.
Hey, it's Jeff Morrison.
So in this video, we're going to be taking down the second of the Manifest battles, which is for Bertrand. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Also, I do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me that way. So again, with my son's account, he does have both of these characters, and just like Felmina's first Manifest battle, we do have Little Glitter, which is the upgraded version of Miyu's personal weapon, alongside for Bertrand. This actually makes sense because for those who didn't finish the side quest, Bertrand and Felmina have a history with Miyu. Although it's kind of weird though, they took care of Miyu when she was small, and yet now she's an adult and they're essentially the same. Now, that being said, we did bring the wrong team. I mean, Miyu as well as Bertrand. Oh, Bertrand is Earth, but Miyu is actually Wind. And so by us bringing Wind against her, probably not the best. We should be bringing something like, Fire would probably be a better idea. The same team we brought against Felmina, we should have brought here. That being said, Bertrand is a tank, and that is his strong attribute. So this battle is going to run exactly like Annabelle in the sense that you're not going to be doing a lot of damage, although Little Glitter isn't as tough as Anna. That being said, you can see that he does have elemental and physical shielding. The elemental shielding is from Miyu, and the physical shielding is from Bertrand. So that is the Ironclad, which is physical resistance of user plus 70%. So being that I don't have him, if you do have him, I'm sure you've used him in many boss fights, and you can see the shield slam, which stuns everybody and power down. So not only does he shield himself, so essentially he takes little to no damage, he also stuns you and reduces your power. So I would say that especially in the second battle, you should be bringing mana with Midnight Centurion to take on the boss. Now, of course, I was doing this battle with my son, and I didn't notice his shielding until afterwards. So I would definitely recommend leaving mana up in front. Not only that, but you can use Practical to help shield some of the physical attacks from Bertrand, being that he's not a magical attacker. So there you go, 1 damage each time. And even with the upgraded version of Azami's Manifest weapon, which is actually, by the way, not too bad, it's only doing 1 damage. And so this was a mistake in activating the AF right here. You can see that with multiple attacks and high wind booster, and I will show the loadout later, the amount of damage doing is minimal, being that there's so many shields up. So kind of silly for us to have done that. But note that is shielding does fade after 3 turns, and you can see that the rotation has started again. So he does do 2 rounds of shielding, the Ironclad, and of course Miyu's doing support not only by doing damage but increasing elemental resistance with her shield, some fire attacks, and some int down. So mages probably aren't the best if it gets hit with one of her rune blade attacks. That being said, we're slowly whittling it down, and of course, being that this is the first battle, we're not having too much trouble. Note that Morgana, instead of having Matsukunda, which we could use, we are using Claude to power down the enemy, so we don't really need Matsukunda as much. As a result, we are using Morgana as our healer. Media Ran upgraded with the personal weapon, the Bandit Sword, does heal everyone for 1500. And that shield slam is quite annoying, stunning everyone. Don't forget that one of his moves is actually, especially with his Manifest weapon, I believe it gets priority so that he acts before you, even though normally he is a little bit slower. So in some of the moves, as you can see, he outsped us. Now, we're going to just use Practical there. Again, I know this is just the first battle, but it's good practice to always have your best team as well as your best strategy when you're practicing against the smaller battles. So I always like to do that instead of just messing around and just doing whatever you feel like doing for a battle. Okay, and so if you remember Felmina's battle, her VC does do blood resistance down as well as speed down, so that does help our team. And we are at half bar, so we're going to just do a little bit more damage. Make sure we have Midnight Centurion out to remove those shieldings, and then we can finally end the battle. I hope this battle does give you an idea of what you're up against in terms of Bertrand. It looks to be a very annoying one, and the level 10 one should be quite interesting in the fact that it's going to be a long and annoying battle, shall I say. Okay, so we removed it, and again, he shielded a second time with the Ironclad. Okay, and there's the Overbear again, which is the piercing attack on a single enemy, XL, and powers down. So not only does he have the power down AoE, which is a shield slam, he does have Overbear as well, which can inflict pain and rage, ignores resistance, and so on and so forth. Now, the battle is ended, and remember, just like most battles, if you target the primary enemy, you don't have to target the secondary one, which in this case is Little Glitter. I am glad that I got to finish Little Glitter and upgrade Petite, the weapon Little Glitter up to level 10, and you can catch that in one of my early videos back, I think, last summer. I will say my channel as well as the way I play have come a long way since then, being that we're almost a year out from that initial side quest, and nowadays I don't think most people have gone back to it, being that Miyu has kind of fallen back as being a useful character. I mean, she still has some useful elemental shielding and some int down and things like that, but I guess nowadays the meta is all about zones and pure DPS, and so I mean, even though in some cases I think she is a fan favorite, hey, we all like her English voice acting, but she's not very useful in this day and age where you can fire zone, and honestly, are you going to use her or are you going to use AS Renri? Alright, so this is the loadout. You can see my son has very little Grasta. So, what are you going to do to upgrade that?
I'm going to grind over and over and get as much grass as I can to prepare for the final battle.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.